Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then okay. UML stands for Unified Modeling Language. Is a general purpose developmental modeling language in the field of software engineering. That is intended to provide a standard way of visualizing the design. See, you can use after your SRS, after your design. Okay, you can make flowchart or you can go for UML notation. Either of them. Clear? UML is popular for the diagrammatic notation. We all know that UML is for visualizing, specifying, construction, and documentation of the component of software and a non-software system. We can represent in terms of class, object, inheritance, collaboration, use case, active class, components, and nodes. Not that everything is required. Let us see how can you represent your project when it is applicable to any one of these notation, visualizing notation. Okay, give me 1 minute, I'll join back. Take class of all the students, means all the children, not students, children. Like if you are adhering, okay, and for your MCQ and the assignment, I have not deliberately asked. And for MCQ also, I'll be asking only theory portion of this. Representation, I'll not be asking. And see, we can create a class of a child with a child's name, parent's name, what is to be public or not public, that you have to take in attributes, you have to take a call. Okay, then what are the operations it may have to do, means fetching the, in our case, fetching the lessons, etc. And extra component if not a mandatory. So by seeing this, what happens, we get a clear picture. Oh, okay, student is associated with the investigation, parent's name, institute name, something like that. Okay, by seeing this class, I should get full details or an idea or parameters about a child. Well, I can make another class for, say, for example, tutorials. In this is audio. We have a video tutorial for age group 1. Then we can write instead of student, we can write video tutorial for age group 1. There will be many tutorials, so you can write video tutorial 1 for age group 2, video tutorial 10, age group 4. Like that, we can name and define the attributes and the operations. Now comes object notation. See, this is the total class. Student is the object. So this is about how to see. You can see the underline here. This is the way you have to represent the objects. Then interface notation. See, you can see the student's interface. In case if it's getting in here, it is not there. Okay, I'll show somewhere else. Interface notation is circle, and name will be here, whatever be the name. And collaboration notation. Collaboration will be oval with group responsibilities to be written here and collaboration. And the components that can be used for like here they are trying to tell. This is the notation. This is the explanation here. Then comes relationship. See, we are seeing one by one like this. Okay, with that over, now we are seeing a model is not a complete unless the relationship between the elements are described properly. The relationship gives a proper meaning to an UML modeling. Following are the different types of relationship available in unified modeling language: dependency, association, generalization, and extensibility. See, here you could see a few things. Now we are seeing the relationship between the models. So dependent and independent, name of the dependent. Say for example, name, and it will show the name who is depending on. This is independent. Who is depending on? Who is depending on this independent model? So here you can see association, dependency. Dependency we just represent. Say Lotus student is depending on the lessons. Student is depending upon like that. It goes on like that. 1 minute. Multiple of this kind for the most of the objects classes we define. So that way, I told it's mainly representation. We'll try to see because whenever we design, many will review and it is referred by many other people in future. Keeping that in the mind, this will be done. Okay. Now associate notations are there. Like association means again how do we connect various classes or classes and what to say, objects. And here, as you can see here, interface, collaboration, everywhere we are trying to show the relationship between the project. Means many entities will have a relationship, right? So association is the relation between the two objects. Okay. In other words, association defines the multiplicity between the objects. You may be aware that one-to-one, one-to-many, many things. Aggregation is a special form of association. Composition is a special form of aggregation. So various things they're explaining. So by seeing this kind of notation, association, aggregation, composition, generalization, realization, dependency. So it is like this here. In our case, we have a Lotus project. Let us think we have a class belongs to one child. Well, and like that, many classes are there. So this will show a student's class, how it is connected to various tutorials. And it is showing all the students connected to the particular tutorial. Like that, it goes on. You have to apply as per our requirement. See, here it is. We can make on making, and you will show with that we'll understand where is what employee or students or various things we can represent. Generalized. See, here you can see no child. This I deliberately brought, and the parent. They're directly connected always. And there are also something like that extensible notation that is called stereotype, tagged values, constraint. That one is for new element, new attributes, and boundaries. Okay. So here they're trying to define when we define a clause. Okay, with the object here, model number is the object, and it has got various tagged values, stereotypes, constraints, etc., which we understand easily. So when it is a constraint like this, you can see stereotype constraint. So we will understand what exactly are the adding, deleting is a constraint. So like that here, exporting video tutorial can be a constraint. Like that, we can do the meaningful representation of our project. Again, generalization, specialization, inheritance, which we talked initially. No, wait. Okay, it's not. We are not taken up that earlier. Yeah, here. Yeah. Again, they take one of the. See, finally, I summarize like this. For our project, we have to create various classes, and we have to interconnect various classes, and also we have to represent how each class are interconnected. That's all about this UML diagram. In that process, constraints and generalization will be part of it. Now, here there is a small write-up on how to this one like about aggregation, association, and composition. So each three of the things defined, and it is self-explainable. So here one relationship reading. Just know whatever we said, no whole thing you can convert into a Lotus project and represent like this. I told no whole thing you have to come here. You can show what is dependency. This is the best diagram where you understand aggregation, composition, interface, realization. So here class A, class B. Class A can be student, class B can be tutorial. Okay, here class B can be audio tutorial, class A can be database. Okay, goes on like that. So inheritance. See, two video tutorials are derived for the output table images. So that way we have to put it in our project. What is where, when, how they are communicated. So finally we can do the relationship reading so that our project design is pictorially represented. See, the same thing is explained here. Class. The classes only we have to design well, and we are in a position to define dependency, aggregation, composition, inheritance, and realization of our project between the classes. So with that, I come to an end. Shubham, are you there? Shubham, go.